Greetings hobbyists, this is nSolve, and in this video we're continuing our look at nSolve, this time looking at the line tool. To look at the line tool, I've brought in one of the demo objects that comes with nSolve. I really do like that we get these demo objects, and if I come to vertex mode we can see we've got a lot of issues here that we'd need to resolve. Let's just press Alt and 4 to get into nSolve. Obviously we could have done that over here as well, and there's multiple ways to get into it. We're going to look at the line tool. Now this has a lot of things that needs fixing. That's kind of the point of the demo files. We could be sort of looking at the different things that we can do here to fix it. So that's the point of these files. Don't expect them to be perfect. They're meant to have errors for you to fix. But we're going to have a look at the line tool and talk about what this does. Now, the line tool is a slightly odd one to me. I'm not quite sure if I feel that this is necessary, but it does have some benefits over the knife tool. So let's talk about what this does. The main idea of this, from what I can tell, is that you draw a line. So let's say, for example, I want a line that goes from here to here, and you don't need to start specifically with any vertices. You just draw it, click, and then it will attach it to the nearest relevant vertices. So we've got those there. And then if I want to, I could just slide that down if they need to be slid down. But the important thing compared to the knife tool is that it makes those assumptions and starts looking at, well, what's the closest vertex, so I can start doing things like that. It doesn't require me to go point to point. So in a way it speeds things up, at a slight disadvantage of it creating an additional vertex at points, so it just depends on whether those are going to be a problem. The other thing that's quite nice about this is that it's not trying to snap to things, so you won't have any problems of auto snapping to vertices that are really close by. So there is some use to it there. I just don't quite know if it really needs its own tool. Now, this will do things. For example, let's just have a look here. So it is based on view. So if I come here and we do a line tool from there to there, it will create those lines, but it is based on view. So it started missing these out because it couldn't see those lines. Now we do have a cut through function as well. You can either press D and then come to nSolve your options here and select cut through, or you can just start pressing and then hold C and it is going to cut through and go through to the other side. So here it's cut through all of those edges as I kind of wanted it to do, and it has gone through to the other side as well. So quite useful there. That would be really cool if there was a way of saying cut through the things that are near to the surfaces, but not through everything as if it was straight through to the other side. Though that seems like a possible programming nightmare. That would be awesome. That would really give a different function for the line tool versus the knife tool, where the knife tool has to go all the way through. Either way, a tool that should help speed things up. I'm just not totally sure that it's necessary with the knife tool already being there. But as I say, it is a bit faster because you don't have to search for those connection points. It will work them out itself. In the next video in this series, we're going to be having a look at the collapse function, which I don't think there's any debate on if it's going to be useful or not. I think it's an awesome tool. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel so you're aware of when that's coming out. Have a great day, guys.